Yo, yo, yo! Welcome, content creators, to another Content Creators Live. It's your boy Eugene Bush of E-Tre Productions. I am happy to be here with an amazing topic for you all today. For those who don't know, you are in the room with the Content King, the Guru, right? Eugene Bush, and you should be looking at this through the Content Creators App. This is the place, the community where we come and learn all things content, learn how to grow our platforms, our success, live out our dreams through content, right? And so what was on my heart today to share with you all is why we aren't getting the success we want, right? Some of us are putting out products, putting out albums. We're putting out books. We're putting out products, right? And we know that that's a lot of us have elevated to realize that that's kind of the way the world is. To make money, to generate income, you've got to sell something. You've got to put something out into the market, and we're not getting the buy-in, right? A lot of our bank accounts could hold a little more money. Okay, a lot of our accounts, our social media accounts, could take a few more followers, right? My point is, we're trying to grow, and we can elevate, and all of us are having problems elevating, and wondering why. And I got this revelation today, right? I was having a heated conversation, not heated, but really good debate about what is it in this world that it takes in order to separate yourself, in order to really make the millions and make an impact and have your dreams come true, right? What do we need to do today to affect the masses and to get buy-in, right? And the biggest thing that came to me and what I wanted to share with you all today is a simple word. It's called attention. Attention today is the new currency, right? Whereas before, again, in my day, and even before then, right? But my day, in order for you to get the buy-in from people, for you to get people to really lock into who you are and to maintain or to really excel to a celebrity status, you had to be a celebrity. And by a celebrity, I mean you needed to be someone that was either on TV or you already had millions. And hey, Queen EJ, you already had millions, or you had maybe you came from royalty, right? You were a prince, or there's something attached to your name, but you had to either have come from money or come from something, or have been on something, have been on a major platform, on a TV show, or on a hit movie or something like that in order to obtain celebrity status. Well, the good news is today you no longer have to be that. The internet is indeed the new TV. But here's the difference. The internet we all have access to. We all have access to our social media. We all have access to the internet. And if you don't, you're really living in the Stone Age, right? But something that we all have access to, we all aren't getting the same benefits from because we don't interact with it in the same manner. So there is a difference with people who interact with the internet from a producer standpoint versus those who interact from a consumer standpoint. We've heard me talk about that before. In order for you to get producer results, you got to be the producer, right? The producer is the one who is consistently putting out content, whereas the consumer is the one who is just scrolling and looking at content. If you find yourself looking at content 10 times more than you're putting content out, then you have a bad relationship with social media. You have a bad relationship with the internet, right? You have a consumer mindset, and you actually as a consumer are being manipulated and brainwashed into whatever the algorithm defines that it sees that you like, versus recognizing the life. Where is the life coming from? The life source comes from you, right? Recognizing that it comes from you and then flipping that thing, right? You don't have to be a victim of what happens to you. And so we know even in life. So let's skip the internet. Let's get out the internet world. Let's just go in regular life. In regular life, things happen. You're born. You come out the the thing, okay? You get slapped on the butt, and speaking of thing, my mama's here. The thing I came out of, okay? Hi, mama. You come out that thing, right? And you're slapped on the butt and you cry because it hurts, okay? You're reacting to an external stimulus. Then you grow up and you find yourself still in the beginning phase. You're just trying to eat and get basic life forms, but it's a lot of reacting. You're just reacting and observing and reacting and observing as a baby. And as a baby, your job is to just absorb, right? You don't have enough in your own brain and your own, initiative to really control. You're not in control. You're in receiving mode. Okay? So you receive the milk from your mom, you receive, from your mother, and, formula, you can get it from your father, right? But your parents, right? You're receiving that. You're receiving friends, you're receiving your environment, right? You're receiving as a child. And as a child in that receiving phase, you don't have much say-so over what happens. There is something in you, though. And as you start to grow up, you start to kind of realize those things. E-Tre tells me a story the other day, and she's like, back when she was 6 years old, her mother made a statement. I think she said 6 or 9. Very young age, though. She said her mother made a statement and said, her and her aunt were having a discussion, and they had said, the thing that has the most germs is a grocery cart. And E-Tre's mom was so shocked, like, oh my God, a grocery cart? That is so gross. I had no idea. And E-Tre, in her young mind, was like, yeah, duh, that makes sense. Everybody's touching it. You got, all kind of people that are touching this thing and putting things in it and so on and so forth. And you can think back to some time in your young age where the world started to click. It started to make sense to you, right? But still, there was something in you that started to get born, that started to give birth, that started to uncover itself, right? That's that value that you have inside. But as a baby, as a child, it's hard to put that value out there yet because you're still absorbing and receiving, and you're still receiving milk, and your food is made for you, and your house is given to you. And then you start getting gifts, and maybe you get a cell phone, when you're 10, right? Like my child, not when I was a child, but my child. Maybe you're given, a lot of the luxuries. My niece just received her first Jeep, her first car at 18 years old. Okay, more power to her. Love her, right? But at 18, I didn't have a car. I don't think I got my first vehicle. That was well out of college, right? Okay, that was 24, 23, something like that. But anyway, as generations go on, you're supposed to do better. But my point is, you receive a lot as a child, right? And then when you become an adult, okay, as an adult, it is now your responsibility to switch that thing. So as a child, you could blame the person you're receiving from for all the things that you may have missed. So you may say, oh, my parents didn't give me exposure to certain things. Like I wasn't exposed to sports, and so that's why I didn't play sports. Or I wasn't exposed to some of the things I really wanted to do. Like I really wanted to act. And my mother did a good job of exposing me to acting. Now, would I have wanted her to expose me more? Absolutely, right? Would I have wanted her to support me more in that realm? Absolutely, as a child. But as an adult, now that's my responsibility to shift that thing. No longer can I blame someone else for not giving me what it is I need. It's up to me to be the giver, not continue to receive. I now have to be the one that nourishes my gift, nourishes the gifts of those around me, nourishes the people around me to grow up a community that I can control, right? That or that I'm in control of, that should add some kind of positive value to this world, right? As an adult, it's our responsibility to shift that entire mindset to then now become the leaders, the givers, okay? That's life. Such is with the internet. Same deal. When you're young, when you're starting off in the internet, then yes, you want to start off, you want to absorb. You want to see information and see what's happening, observe the world, see how they're interacting. You want to observe and see how how people are posting, how are they translating their thoughts to digital content. You wanna observe that. But at some point, you have to grow up online and take responsibility for the things that you're able to put out. You've got to take responsibility as an adult online, on the internet, and say, instead of just receiving what the algorithm is giving me, I'm going to start putting out what I need to put out and affect change. That's your responsibility as an internet adult, right? That's when you become the consumer to the producer, okay? Now I get it. It's scary. It's a lot of unknowns, right? You come under a lot of attack. There's a lot of risk in doing that because you can put out the wrong statement and you'll have millions of people talk about you, right? But just as the risk of saying the wrong thing exists, the risks of saying the right thing are there as well. You could say the right thing and change the trajectory of someone's life, save someone's child, save someone's marriage, save someone's parent, right? You could provide the laugh to the person who is about to commit suicide. Like, you could really save lives by putting out and controlling your environment and getting beyond the scariness, beyond the risk, beyond all of that. You could do all that. And the people that do that take that risk, it's a big risk. The people that take that risk are able to capitalize on that and then get the results of that. And so what are the results of affecting the masses, affecting change? If you can get attention and you can get into the hearts and minds of people, if you can get into their hearts and their minds, you can get into their pockets. The folks that you love and care about, name some, okay? People I love and care about: Oprah, Tyler Perry, Devon Franklin, even though he hurt me with the whole Megan Good thing, right? I know it's personal for him, but I was invested, okay? So even though that hurt me, that's still my guy. I still love him, right? Those are the people I love and care for. Will Smith, love and care for him, even though he hurt me when he went off and smacked Chris, right? I love and care for those people because they got my attention. Oprah was committed to making sure she put out content. Now, in her age, the content was on TV, right? But she did that. Country Wayne, somebody who I love and care for now, right? There are people who are committed. If you think about, like, outside of your close-knit family, the people that affect you the most generally are people that you consume their content. Oprah, again, watched her movies. Devon, saw him on an interview, right? I don't know him personally. I've met him, but I don't know him personally. I don't know Tyler personally. I don't know Oprah personally. I've consumed them through their content, and their content got my attention. Denzel was in a movie that moved me. And because he did that, he got my attention. And now when Denzel comes out with a movie, I'm there. Okay? In July, Jurassic Park is coming out. I am so there. Because Lord knows, my wife knows too, I love me some Jurassic Park, right? I love Jurassic Park so much. They can do Jurassic Park 39. Okay? Call it Jurassic World. Oh, they already got Jurassic World. Call it Jurassic Universe. Okay? Where they bring back all the animals and some. Okay? And I'm still going to go. Jurassic Park forever has my money. Why? Because that first Jurassic Park moved me. I don't know the creators. I don't have a dinosaur fetish. I don't even like dinosaurs. But the music, with the visuals, with the experience, had me in so much awe that I was like, I think I watched it again, watched it a third time, to the point where the next Jurassic Park, I went and watched it again. I start buying the merch, buying the t-shirts, right? If I go to the theme park and I see a Jurassic Park theme ride, I'm paying for that, right? And this movie is coming out, and I'm talking about this movie. I'm giving them my money like they could just take it. Jurassic Park might as well be the IRS. Go into my bank account and just take the money out my account. That's how much I love them, okay? But I love them because they took the risk, and their risk led to them getting my attention. And as content creators, that's what we have to learn, that lesson. We've got to take the risk which is a big risk. I know it is, right? You've got to take that risk, and you've got to consistently do it on a regular basis to get the attention of people, right? And once you have their attention, you have their minds, you have their hearts, and you got their pocketbooks. Another example, Lauryn Hill. Okay, I love Lauryn Hill. I've seen Lauryn Hill, travel around for her concerts, and it's not a fallacy, right? It's not false that people know that Lauryn Hill is notorious for not showing up or being super late to her concerts. Well, if a new artist, right? I'm listening to Shalea, right, and her music. Her album was really nice, by the way. Shalea just released, she released a couple years ago her album Pretty World. It's so nice. If Shalea was to do the same thing Lauryn Hill did, she probably wouldn't have many fans, right? Because Shalea is on the rise up. She's on the climb. She's still working to get her audience, right? As someone who is new trying to get their audience, you have to get their attention. You got to grab their hearts. You really still got to, get them vested in you, get them to love you, right? And this is just human nature, and unfortunately, it's how it works. Once the person loves you, once you're in their heart space, then you can do what you want to do. Okay, Beyonce has to do no marketing at this point, none. She drops an album, millions of dollars, millions of people are buying it. Why? Because Beyonce already got the beehive. People already love her. Jay-Z, same. He doesn't do any marketing. He doesn't have to. He doesn't have to go on a whole marketing campaign. He doesn't have to do a whole, marketing blitz to put anything out there. He can do one post, no caption, no hashtags, millions of views, because he already captured our hearts. So it's like once you capture the heart and get the attention of people, then you can do what you want to do. But until then, you got to do what you got to do to get the attention, right? And Pastor says, commit to content to reach the heart. Absolutely. Love that. I may use that as a statement, right? You commit to content in order to reach people's heart. And you reach their heart in order to get to their hands, what's in their hands. And what's in their hands is their pocketbook, and that money gets transferred to you. Okay? Now, this isn't anything that we're not accustomed to. Again, we're doing it already. It doesn't matter what movie Marvel comes out with. Whatever Marvel releases, Eugene is going to see. They got my heart, they got my hand, they got my pocketbook. Marvel, Jurassic Park, might as well be the IRS. Okay? They're getting all my money. It's happening. Right? Now, we look at that and we recognize that we are a product of that. It happens with us, right? We have favorites. Something gets our attention, and once it gets our attention, we get the concept. But then you just got to realize you can take that same philosophy and apply it to you. You've got to be really good and figure out the combination to get people's attention. There's something that you offer, that you do, that you have a voice for, that the way you say it, the way you bring it to the world, the way you present, the way you think, the way you emote, the way you process, there's something unique about you. Just as unique as that fingerprint, there's something unique about you that gets the attention of the masses. And your commitment to content allows you to uncover that. I'm so proud of my boy Chester Gregory. And Chess, I'm seeing if I want to pull up the app. I may not. Okay, I was going to pull up his account. But Chess's account, when we talked, right, he was, he didn't have that many followers. I think he may have been like 15,000, even though that's not a few. That's still good, right? But he may have been 10, 15,000, right? And we used to talk about his content all the time. And he used to be like, Eugene, man, like, Chess is legitimately probably the largest celebrity that I personally know. This dude is a legit, amazing talent, right? He's the celebrities, like, he's the one that celebrities look up to. Okay, this man played Berry Gordy in the Motown show, where Berry Gordy went to him and it's like, Berry Gordy, Motown, right, was like, Chess, you play me better than I play me. Okay, this man had, anyway, bunch of celebrities go to Chess, right? He's legit, a legit talent and celebrity. But online, he was an unknown. He would put out content and nobody really knew him. They knew him in the Broadway space, they knew him in the stage space, but they didn't know him in the online internet space. He really had to keep putting out content, and I would encourage him, like, Chess, just try things, right? Try doing statements, try doing songs, try doing this. And we did some content together. We did some photos, we did some videos, we did some recaps, we did some things. And then up one day, Chess put out a video on something that he's passionate about, which is zodiac signs, right? He talks about it all the time. And he up and did a video on zodiac signs, and the video took off. Now, I can't remember if the video just went mega viral. Like, I can't remember if it went like, 3 million views. I can't recall if it was that. But I do recall that it got a lot of attention. More attention than his other videos had gotten. So he recognized that, like, yo, this is something that's unique to me. Like, this is my voice. Like, I actually enjoy talking about zodiac signs and the difference between the Cancer and the Pisces and water and your rising and your lower and your bead. He's the one that got me wearing these little beads, right? I don't feel any effect of them. I like the way they look. But he's the one that got us talking about rocks and stones and the difference between that, right? This is what he does naturally. Well, when he translated that online, it took off. And so now he's like the Zodiac King, right? He's the one putting out content like Zodiac content like it's nobody's business. And the last time I checked, I believe his Instagram was like at 76,000 followers or something crazy. Let me see. Chester Gregory. 70,000 followers on Instagram. Okay? Chester's TikTok has... And for the longest, I had his TikTok. I had more TikTok followers than he did. But let's see what Chester's at now. 149,000 followers on TikTok. Okay? He surpassed me. Right? It's like when the student surpasses the teacher. Okay? But this dude has grown because he found that combination. He found that thing that got people's attention that's unique to him. All of us have it. We all have something that separates us from the rest of the world. And some of us may not be the one even in front of the camera. Like, your sauce may not be that you're the talent. You're the one that's talking all the time. Maybe your sauce is the one that's finding the talent and equipping them to talk all the time. That's also how you get to the masses. Maybe your sauce is you're so good technically at recording the people who like to talk, right? Or who are presenting, right? Your sauce can be combined with someone else's, right? When Kevin Hart became Kevin Hart, the brand, he didn't just rise himself, but he took his whole team with him because his gift was big enough to feed multitude. That's how it is with you. Your gift is big enough to feed the multitude. It doesn't always mean that you got to be the one in front of the camera. But guaranteed, all of us have a gift that's big enough to feed not just us, but feed others. Right? But in order to get there, you've got to commit to putting feelers out there and figuring out what is my unique value. What is it that I bring to the world that no one else does in a unique way that people want to hear from me or people want to purchase from me. Okay? And our commitment to that content allows us to do that. So that's just that's my encouragement to you all. Really, it's a recalibration of how you think about content, right? And my mother asked me to do this earlier, and so I guess I will come in here and show my screen. Your commitment to content doesn't have to be anything super crazy. And what I mean is, a lot of times we think that, well, because I'm committed to content, I need to hire a videographer, I need to hire an editor, I need to hire all these people to do all the things, and you really don't. Content right now is can be done in so many different ways, and that's why this app is critical, right? I give you the tips, tricks, tools that you can do content at any level. For those who are interested in doing their own short films, documentaries, narratives, I'm doing a documentary next week, right? On a college, right? Those who are interested in going further with content can actually get our producers course, which is available in the app. And for $500, you can get coached by me for 30 days on how you can produce your own narrative content, your own video content. But outside of that, if you are just interested in, Eugene, I want in, I want to get attention, I believe what you're saying, and I want to, uh-oh. Okay, cool, I'm back. All right. I believe what you're saying, and I want to take advantage of that. I want to take advantage of being able to put my stuff out there to discover what my unique value is. Well, that's where this Content Creators app is going to be critical for you. Okay, so in the app, cool, there it is there. So you see it, it's the Content Creators there. So in the app, I release the hot trends every week. Every week since the beginning of this year, right? I have more than a dozen hot trends that get you started. Your hot trends are really like your primer. You don't really have to do a whole lot of work. Am I in my own picture? Oh, that's interesting. I'm gonna get rid of that. Okay, hold on. There we go. Okay, cool. All right. In the app with the trends help to get you started, help to hone in your voice, what you bring to the table without you having to think of, okay, I know I want to say something about my product, say something about my business, say something about my gift, but now how do I say it? What skit do I use? What actors do I use? What scenery do I use? What dance do I use? What music do I use, right? There's a lot that can go into translating that to video, but by starting with the trends, it starts you working that muscle of translating your vision into digital frame in a safer way, and also not just safe way, in a way that's actually already primed to get you the most amount of hits. Okay, so let me come in here and just go through a quick example. It's giving.
It's giving all of my manifestations are coming real true, and that is what gets me. It's giving all of my manifestations are coming real true, and that is what gets me.
All right. The day where I can leave my full-time job and become a full-time business owner creative will be the best day. All right. This video is, what is she doing? She's pouring something in, some coffee and some dark chocolate ice or something in a mug, okay? And she's using that to get attention. Jazz Monet. Let's see, where's the video I just watched? There it is, okay. I like that it's giving. Here we go. Here's another on 5/12, right? The idea is that it's giving, hold on, what did she say?
It's giving all of my manifestations are coming real true, and that is what gets me.
Okay, it's giving all of my manifestations are coming true, and that's what gets me. Okay, so what do you want to manifest? Some of us want to manifest more money, right? So imagine you sitting at a bank. Record you at a bank, in front of a bank, right? Walking into a bank, and you put this sound over it. It's giving all of my manifestations are coming true, and that's what gets me. Some of us want, say, to purchase a restaurant. Maybe you're looking at a particular lot, right? An actual space. Get you in front of the lot. Do a selfie in front of the lot, right? And with this sound, it's giving all my manifestations are coming true, and that's what gets me, right? Some of you actually have accomplishments. You've done some really good things, right? So maybe show your degree on the wall. Show your white coat because you're a doctor or RN, right? Show your accomplishment. This is graduation season, right? Some of you have actually graduated from high school or college, right? Show your graduation suit and use this sound. Okay, you get it? It's a super easy way to get your message out in a creative fashion while you're translating that over to the digital world. All right, so if this is a sound you want to use, I'm going to click the circle at the bottom. Again, we've gone through this tutorial again. You guys, just as a reminder, you can go to the Let's Go Viral course that's in the app. You'll have to be a subscriber to the app to get there. But quick tutorial, so we're going to do that, and I'm going to hit use this sound. camera comes up because in TikTok the editor is already in there and it's probably going to give me feedback. No? Okay, good. All right. So then you put the camera up in front of your space, right? Or maybe I'll turn the camera around and let me see if I can show me showing me. No, I got to be there. Oh, yeah. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Let's see if it works.
It's giving all of my manifestations are coming real true, and that is what gets me. Period.
Okay. So all my manifestations are coming
It's
true.
Giving all of my manifestations are coming real true, and that is what gets me. Period.
Okay.
It's giving all of my manifestations.
All right, you hit next. You give a caption, right? Manifesting a full producer community. All right, you can use a hashtag if you want. If you don't, it really doesn't matter. It's not that bad. Select a cover. You want to select something that looks super fun. That's probably the best here. Hit save. And then you hit post if you want to post it. Right? I'm not going to post this because I need to think of something a little more creative. But I'm going to hit draft so that I can maybe post it later. Right? But there it is. There's your super quick tutorial on how to do content, right, in less than 5 seconds. Okay? We just made a quick video from the app, and that's the point of the app. So you have way more. Just give me another chance. Nope. Nope. Okay. In real life scenario, this is exactly what I did. So I'm sitting out at the last gig I had. I did a graduation with like 800 views online. I live streamed it, right? And I'm like, you know what? I need some content to post while I'm out here. That's my challenge. Is I'm always challenged to how do I interject content into my current life, because I do content already for everybody else. And so it's kind of hard for me to separate additional time where I'm doing content for everybody else and then I got to do content for me. It's difficult to do that. So I've got to infuse my content in with my current life. So while I'm shooting, I have to think, what can I shoot while I'm shooting? Right? It's a conundrum. Okay? It's like a dream in a dream. Okay. So the app actually helps me. I do it myself. So while I was setting up, I'm like, oh, there was a sound in the app I can use. Can you work for exposure? Can I get that all the time? Nope. Y'all see the setup? Mm-hmm. Nope. Y'all see the setup? Okay. And so what I did was I made sure that in this shot I showed the equipment, right? In my caption I said that. I said, this equipment costs and so do I. I want to show the equipment, and people are used to paying for that. They see the switcher, they see the laptop, they see the camera in the back. They also see the big LED screens sitting up there, right, on this huge field, right? And we're out here, and actually what they didn't see is the internet device that I had out there to make sure we got internet in the middle of a football field, right? It was so many other things we had to do behind the scenes, but the point is, I was running this event. I needed to do some content because I need to stay producing as well, even while I'm producing. And so the app, I use the app to just go ahead and do that sound really quick. Okay, so I encourage you all to do the same. You have the tools, you have the information now to make it happen. I encourage all of you all to transition to being adults online, not just children. Meaning you will put out a strong message, not just receive, receive, receive. You will commit to produce, not just consume, consume, consume. And you've been given the tools to do so. All right, so if there, I don't see any questions, but if there are any questions, I'll wait just a moment, just so you can ask them before I get out of here. But yeah, I don't want to be before you long. I like getting right to the point when it comes to these things. So good. I like the questions you asked to create the content. I like the questions you asked to create the content. Oh, okay. Thanks, Pastor. All right. So yeah, so make sure you guys are in the app. Sometimes it doesn't come as smooth. Okay. Tari's point is sometimes content, I guess, doesn't come as smooth. I think that's what you're saying. Um, and it can, right? The more you do it, the better you get at it. So I'll tell you this, in the beginning of me trying to translate, like I would look at the trends, and I'd literally be like, how does this apply to me? But the more I did it, the easier it got to start translating that, right? It literally is a muscle. So if you never use your biceps and you try to pick up 5 pounds, it's going to be really heavy, right? But the more you keep picking up 5 pounds, because eventually 5 pounds becomes nothing. And you'll be like, oh, let me go to 10, right? And you do the same, go to 10 pounds, and then before you know it, you'll be lifting 100 pounds with your biceps, right? If you keep working that muscle. It's the same concept. If you work the muscle of translating real life into content, translating your vision into this digital world, the easier it gets. And then before you know it, you're going to be doing whole TV shows or networks and be like, oh, I got that. That's not an issue. It's not a problem because you've been doing it for a while. Okay? So that's it. That's all I got for you guys. Thank you so much for joining. It's always an encouragement to me to see you all online because I am doing the work. Not only am I doing the work, I'm seeing the results myself from doing the work. I'm seeing my clients and other people get the results of doing the work. And the results are money in the bank. Folks are turning attention into cash, turning content into cash, right? It literally can turn into provision for you, right? And I'm seeing it happen. I'm doing it for others, and I'm seeing other people get advantages. So I love the fact that I'm giving back. This is my give back, and I'm doing my part to impart in you what it is that I'm doing my part to impart in you. What is it that I learn and I give to others? So I paused because my pastor just asked the first question again. What's the first question? Hi, good update on visibility. Either a producer or consumer. Reacting, observing, absorbing as a child. I don't know what the first question is, Pastor. Ask the first question again. I don't remember what the first question was. Or was the first question in the whole chat of do you know, how did I frame it? I actually wrote it down. Do you know if you're not getting the attention you want, if you're not getting the results you want in life, do you know why? And it is because you're probably not getting enough attention. And you got to get the attention by giving, not just receiving. When you give, you will receive. Okay? As an adult, that's how it works. You give and you get back. Whatever you put out into the world, you get back. Whatever you sow, thou shall you reap. Right? It's universal law. Same thing with the internet. Right? So if you want more out of the internet, you got to give more. All right? I'll keep preaching that thing. How does this trend apply to me? Good question to get started. How does the trend apply to me? Oh, got it. Okay. So yes, that's how does this trend apply to me, right? When you're looking at the content, I guess is the clarity that my pastor has given. So thank you all so much again for joining. Hope you learned a lot. Get into the app, be active, please, because there's more than enough money to be made, right, for all of our dreams to come true. Okay? Love you guys, and I will see y'all on the next one. Peace.